Hey guys, working on some small bears. A little toasty out here today. Your horse getting wore out on me. What's happening? Y'all sitting inside enjoying the AC? Messages. Yeah, it's toasty out here. So about 90. Warm day. What's going on? What's going on? It is about 90 right now. 7:03 p.m. and it is 90 still. I assume it's pretty hot there too, right? Probably a little warm. time we got talking about temperatures on here. I think it was spring. And somebody, I think they said they were in Anchorage, Alaska. We had a day that was like, I don't know, 68, I want to say. Nice 60, high 60, maybe even 70. And they're like, oh yeah, it's like a negative 30 here today with a wind chill. Yeah, good time. Good time. 90s are a little warm. So I'm out here now, not earlier. I'll give you guys a close up in just a minute what I'm working on. A little bear out of a 4x6x12. Got some new toys too I want to show y'all. Some new stuff we're doing some videos with here in the future, but this is what I'm working on. So 4x6, 12. 4x6x12. Little guy. Easy craft fair sort of item. What's going on, Nigel? Man, midnight where Nigel is. Nigel, you're in UK, I think, right? Right. Right here, I was using dime tip bar for furring. For blocking, it's just a stock bar. Quarter pitch, 43 gauge chain. I think this is the 14 inch. Can't remember. This one's a 14-inch bar on this battery saw. No, I lied, 12. So it's quarter pitch. I changed all my battery saw sprockets out to quarter pitch. This is the, this one's got the dime tip bar. So dime tip. Oh, let's see if we can get them both up here side by side. So that's dime tip, regular tip. Let's see here if we can. Boom. Kind of tough to tell in size. They don't look much different, I guess, on camera, but they are. They are. So it's a dime tip on the 160. My 200 and my 220, I'm running just regular bars. So the 220s, we're running a 12-inch bar, quarter pitch, 43 gauge chain. In the 200, I'm running a 10-inch bar. So these are just roll nose. These are just, you know, regular replacement bars. You grab them off the shelf, grab that 43 gauge chain that fits and run them. The MSA 160, I believe, comes with a quarter pitch sprocket. At least it did when I bought mine. The 200, I think, had a 3/8, and the 220 definitely had a 3/8 sprocket. So I had to put quarter pitch sprockets on those in order to run the smaller stuff. I gotta do some detail work on these, but I want to show you guys some new toys. You guys saw this before. I'll have this stuff in the shop tab, that shopping bag, if anybody's interested. So this is the DeWalt die grinder, cordless, 5 amp hour battery. Got different speeds, nice for on-site work. I use this, that big 7-foot Hazard bear, if you guys saw that video. And then I recently got this guy, angle grinder. Got a locking switch, so you don't have to worry about it kicking on when you're not using it. This one I'm running the 4 amp hour battery, but those 5s fit. This is a disc, a new disc too. And darn it, I didn't bring the packaging out here. But we're going to be doing a review video for the company that makes these discs, and I'll have them linked in that video coming up as well. And then I got something that's funny, because everything I run, you guys know, usually I'm running orange and white, you know, steel chainsaws and stuff. I got me one of these guys. You may say, why? You already have steel. Why would you do such a thing? I decided I wanted to try it out. I heard a little rumor that there's something we can do with this, and I want to try that. What's going on, Jim? I don't want to tell you guys yet, because we're going to have a couple of videos. We're going to do a review video with this, doing some cuts for like the homeowner and stuff like that. We'll do a little review. They're not sponsoring me or anything. I just, I don't know, I just wanted to mess around with one of these, so I picked one up. Got one for Father's Day. So what do you want? So I want one of these guys to mess around with. Hey, what's up? I'm live. Awesome. Fresh eggs. Thanks. Gallon bag of fresh eggs. Sweet. So there's some things we're going to do with this as far as swapping out this bar and possibly a sprocket in the future. Heard some rumors of some stuff we can do, so we're going to try that. Have a few videos on this guy. This runs right off that regular drill battery though. I might say 2, but it's a 5 amp hour battery in here. Chain speed compared to steel, she's slow. So my goal is to see if we can turn this into a little detailer. I want to try and see if, you know, a lot of beginners at home who might already have the DeWalt platform could, you know, set this up as a little detail saw. So we're gonna monkey around with that here in the near future and see where we can go with it. As far as carving like it is, I already tried. Wasn't going so hot. I do not like the chain that's on this as far as carving goes, so like I said, we're going to play around and try some different stuff and see if this could be an option for somebody on a budget wanting to carve for around the yard, that sort of stuff. So that'll be a video we're going to have here in the next couple weeks or so. And a whole bunch of you are looking forward to a tutorial on carving a bear in a log. It's been running hot, so I haven't really been focusing on filming anything. That's why we're just going live today. I'm gonna do some carving here in a minute with you guys. But I don't know, we'll see what Thursday brings, if I can shoot a video or not. It's I don't know what I have, like 97, 98 degrees earlier. It's still 90 degrees right now. It's toasty. It's toasty. J. Rich. Panka. English. After I carve green wood, do I burn it right away or do I let it dry out a little bit before burning? Hold on. I ain't dealing with that crap. Let's see here. Sometimes you just got to get rid of some people from chat. J-Rich, what were we saying? Do I burn stuff right away if I'm carving greenwood? If I got to get the project done, I do. I mean, that hazard bear that was done on site, I did all that in one day. Put about 7.5 hours in there. 7.5, 8. You know, it was a full day. So we burned it and painted it and got it all wrapped up. As far as pieces like for stock, what tends to happen is I'll carve up a whole bunch one day. I've been getting them to where chainsaw work's done, put the eyes in, clean it up, hit it with the flap sander and set it aside. And make a bunch of them. Then pull them back out, hit them with the torch, flap sand them and burn them. So they'll have anywhere from a day, 2 days of sitting. So they're exhausting some of that moisture, expelling some of that outer moisture, and you know, drying out a little bit. I'm not necessarily too worried about that. If the stuff's really, really high moisture content, really wet, and I need to get pieces done for an event or something like that, yeah, I'll hit it with the torch. It'll dry out that good outer layer, or that outer layer will get, you know, pretty good, pretty dry, flat, sand it, and then paint and finish, you know, if need be. Bigger pieces, I would suggest trying to, you know, let them rest. You know, carve it. If you're doing anything over, I mean, anything smaller, anything bigger than this stuff, really, if you can let it rest a few days in between carving and stuff and finishing work, you know, it'll help it out. It'll help it get rid of a lot of moisture, but it's still gonna, Jared, I see it, yours split when you burn it and they go right into cracking. I mean, they do sometimes. It just happens. It also depends on how much you're burning the piece. Like, I'm not burning this piece to make it black and finished. That's like, I'm not burning it that much. I'm burning it to get rid of the fuzziness and then to maybe add some tones to make it a brown bear. I'm not burning it to make it a black bear. Like, there's a big heat difference there, if that kind of makes sense. If I'm gonna make a black bear, then we're gonna put paint on it and we don't have to burn it as hot. Everything splits, everything cracks, unless you quarter your logs. If you can quarter your logs, you can get big logs and quarter them down for smaller pieces, you won't get as much big splits and big cracking. I've said it a lot, but I know we get a lot of new carvers and people just getting into it and stuff. What ends up happening is, wish I didn't think about having this conversation today, so I don't really have anything out here for an example. But what happens is you start with a log, right? And the center, or the pith of that log, is going to dry slower than that outer exterior, the outer portion of the log. So as everything dries, it shrinks around the center and it's got to pop somewhere. So you tend to get like one giant crack. If it's quartered, it's not shrinking around anything. You have three sides that are airing out. The pith tends to be in the front point. You know what I mean? This is the outside of the log. Here's the center of the log. And so it's kind of drying together, and you tend to get less cracking. I mean, this piece here was carved up weeks ago. There's no checking in that, right? This only has a very, very light coat of finish sprayed on it. It doesn't even look like there's finish because it's soaked in. But as you can see, it's not, there's the grain. Like, there's no cracking. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. I got a piece over here, actually, if I can get to it. Kind of show you what I mean. So I carved this up a long time ago. The wife said she liked it, so it's been sitting on the porch. I got to make a repair. This solid log, carved green. See where those cracks are? Where do they go? Outside all the way to that center of these. Outside dried around the center and the log popped. There's that crack. Follow it up. Right? Luckily, almost looks like it stopped, right? Didn't quite go into the face, but this side went up, walked across his arm a little bit and into the side of that snout. So if this was a quartered log, potentially we wouldn't have any of that. Wouldn't have to worry about it. Nigel, haven't forgotten about the woodworker. All right, man. I appreciate it, buddy. I do. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Ah, okay. Yeah. Chris is in competitions right now, carving and stuff. No worries. Listen, I had a buddy of mine. He's a buddy of mine. If you guys are on Facebook, he runs the New Carvers page, or Beginner Carvers page. Cody Stokes. It's either New Chainsaw Carvers page or Beginners Chainsaw Carver. It's one of those. And Cody Stokes runs it. Dude's awesome with a chainsaw and with the tools and stuff. But Cody has come up with this. I was trying it out. And don't get me wrong, Nigel. I'm still gonna hold it to it, man. I'll try one of them things out too. My buddy Cody's making these though. Minus this part. This is one of my pieces for the extensions that I make. But he sent me this extension and this unit here. So it works similar to the flap sander, you know. It's a little bit easier to load. You just kind of got to undo the nut down here and sort of slip it all out, put it all in. But it works. Gets into spots that are a lot, you know, smaller, a lot tighter spot for sanding. Don't quite use it as much as the flap sander because usually I just want to hit the overall piece. But thanks, Rob Fox. I appreciate it. Nigel, I get it, man. Get to sleep. It's got to be like what? Going on 1 a.m. now? Get some rest, buddy. Looking forward to hearing from you again in the future. So we're going to detail this little bear quick with some tools, all right? And then I'll show you guys, and then we'll carve another one with some chainsaws. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, though, be sure to give me a thumbs up right here on this live feed. Hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all so you guys don't miss future uploads, future lives when we're chainsaw carving and doing other stuff. You know, the channel's at like 23,000 subs right now, so it's really awesome, just growing. We've got some new tutorials in the works. We'll be having a bear and a log tutorial. Hopefully, I'll be filming that Thursday if the weather cooperates. And by weather, I mean if it's not 100 and something degrees out here and I'm dying. So, we'll see. I mean, it's still like 90, but, you know. Oh, we're down. We're down to about 85. It was about 90. It's still 90 when I went live. So in about 22 minutes, we dropped about 5 degrees. Until the sun's down, you know? Let's see here. Let's clean this guy up just quick. bit right there. That's fun. Putting those eyes in. That stuff heats right up and throws that hot sap and amber right on your arm. Fantastic. Always fantastic. That's where we're at. Little bear. 4 by 6 by 12. Just keeping it a flat back. Keeps it simple. Got enough detail. Make customers happy. Kind of stuff you can pack away in totes for craft fairs. Bring them all over. Man, I gotta do something different with this jaw horse setup. Everything keeps getting loosened up on me here. These wood pieces to protect my saw chain from smacking it. Loosening up. I'm gonna have to rebuild that thing and come up with a better point. Take these off for a minute. Tools usually work better when you log them in all the way. That's for sure. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Little flap sand. We'll set this guy aside and carve up another one. If you guys are here, give me a thumbs up. We got 20 something people watching. 6 thumbs up. I got some slackers, it seems like. Help me out, guys. Give me a thumbs up here on this live feed. Quick little bear. Little fella. Gotta get a bunch of these done. Let's see. 4 more this size I gotta get down over there. I got a store that's a couple hours away. I gotta get them stocked here in the next week or so. I'm missing my window. Usually they're stocked up, but between on-site work and some custom orders, kind of fell behind on my customs on my stock. All right. I forgot. It's carving a bear, not a moose. Dang it. See if we can salvage this. going on, everybody? Where y'all at? You guys want to check in? Where's everybody from? Nothing, huh? No new comments? Alright, 22 watching, 8 thumbs up. Let me know, guys, smash that thumbs up button. If you don't know where it is, it's in the 3 dots down in the corner of the screen. Hit those 3 dots and give me a thumbs up. We also got a bunch of channel merch available in that shop tab. That thing that looks like a shopping bag down there in the bottom of your screen if you guys want to get something before you go. Usually I'm wearing one of my Carver Starve shirts, but just haven't quite cut the sleeves off one yet for days like this. Working on a little bear. Little bear out of a 4x6, 12 inches tall piece of yellow pine. I believe it's yellow pine. Just a minute here and I'll give you guys a close-up of this piece. One more second, we'll be done with chainsaw work, and I'll give you guys a look. That's all chainsaw work so far. 4 inches thick, 6 wide, 12 inches tall. If you guys are watching, be sure to hit that thumbs up for me, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all if you haven't already. Muta. What batteries am I running? I've got, give me a second and I'll show you the saws with the batteries that are in them, all right? So these are little bears that I'm working on. We got to detail this up here in just a second. We got to put eyes, clean it up, put them on the shelf and do another one. Chainsaw question, no. So I'll just go through the battery saws for you guys. All right, Steel MSA 160C, quarter pitch sprocket, dime tip bar, or steel carving bar, if you were to look them up. Right now, this has a AP 160. Now, 160 isn't available. This is like an out-of-date thing. Now you're going to go to like the AP 200 if you're going to get something smaller. This will run the 300S batteries out in the 300. The bigger, actually, we'll go the next step up from the 160 is the MSA 200C. All right. Again, I put a quarter pitch sprocket on this. I'm only running a 10-inch bar with 43 gauge chain, little thin chain. And this has a 300 AP 300 battery. So a lot of my batteries I got before the 300S was out, before the 500s were out. So yeah, the 300S battery is a nice battery in these saws though. So, and then this is the biggest battery saw from Steel that I currently have, the Steel MSA 220C, all right? We put a quarter pitch sprocket on this, 12-inch bar, regular bar, running 43 gauge chain. I like to use these three saws for detail work and little carvings here in the tent. Now we've got the 300S battery in this. So there is a real difference with this saw that draws more power running that 300S compared to like the 300. I get a few more cuts and it seems like it runs a bit quicker with this battery in it. So those are 3 batteries that I have. I've also got one other 300 sitting here on the charger. I killed it earlier, it's already done. So, you know, as things go around when I can, I just missed the deal and I should have spent the money. Steel just had a deal, and I believe it was buy a battery, get a battery free. So I should have went and done it. I didn't. Instead, kind of farted around with some DeWalt tools for future videos. But I should have took advantage of that. I'm going to try in the future when I go live just to let you guys know when there's Steel deals. I got a little bit of an in on that when they're happening. If you guys aren't, you know, seeing a commercial or something, but I'll try to mark it down, and when I go live, just let you know, like, hey, there's a deal on Steel products, you know, right now on this unit or that unit that would interest my, you know, my carvers and stuff like that. So anyway, this is where we're at with that bear we've been working on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sponsored by Steel in any way. I just like their products. We're going to take some Saburrtooth burrs though, and we're going to start detailing this, cleaning it up, get it sanded, and stick them on the shelf. Hope you guys are doing good. Where's everybody from and what is the temperature? Hey, thank you. Uta, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it right there. I appreciate that support. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's awesome. Right here on the live feed, have somebody join up and be a member. Netherlands. What's the temperature out there? I'm in upstate New York. Keep wanting to look at my watch. Upstate New York, it is 7:45 p.m. and it's about 85 degrees right now. -17 in Netherlands. Netherlands kind of fun. Utah, Germany, 32 in Germany. No kidding. Oregon, US, 72. Listen, I could go for some 72. Wasaga Beach, Canada. What you got for a temperature out there, Ron? What's it running? What's it running in Canada? Also, if you guys are watching, 1:47 a.m. in the Netherlands. Man, you're up late. Jason Skird, Alabama, 88. Ron, 85. Really? 85 in Canada, huh? Nice, nice. Yeah, you're running about where I am. Alabama's warmer. Yes. That's where I'm at right now. 85, and it is sticky. Sticky. Like hot and sticky. That's why this is here, because it would be in my eyes, and I can't get nothing done with sweat in my eyes. Like, it is hot and sticky. Like, I don't even want to wear this, but as I get sanded, that dust kills me. Can't breathe and all that crap. It was 92, had a shower. Oh man, I almost wish it would rain real quick. It would knock it down so much. Listen, if you guys are watching, all right, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share where you are and what the temperature is. Like, honestly, I always like connecting with viewers, subscribers, members when we're here on the live, hearing where you're from, even if you've said it before. It's always cool to have other people watching and reading and seeing where everybody's from that's, joining this live and watching this live while you're watching it. It's awesome. Like, we got people, honestly, we got people all over the place, right? So we got people from, let's bring it back a little bit, right? I'm in upstate New York. We got Netherlands, Germany, Oregon, Indiana. I missed Indiana, Tony. 87 degrees in Indiana. Wasaba Beach, Canada, Alabama. Like, you guys are all over the place. It's awesome. I always love seeing this stuff. Yeah, Jersey, you're a little ways away. Get about a 4-hour ride or so. 4-hour ride up to where I am. I'd be about an hour north. All the kind of east, northeast-ish of wait a minute, hold on. Northwest kind of Albany. I see you, Muta. Give me just a second. Shamala, what's going on? I flap sand this. I'll show you guys this piece. Do I use a particle filter in my shop for all the small? Here's my particle filter. We're actually in a tent. This is just a tent outside. If you got any new carvers that are interested in one of these extensions with a high-speed handle, you're able to put your Sandaflex in that. I have the extensions with a handle. I got 2 of these available in my Etsy store. I don't know if Etsy's linked in the description of this video, but it's in the description of all my uploaded videos. So any of the full-length videos, it's there for anyone that's interested. So, Muta, I said I was out in a tent. I am in a tent. We got a store called Harbor Freight. Those, some of you know, some of you won't. It's kind of got like cheaper tools, merchandise sort of stuff. Some of it's great, some of it's not. Whatever. They got a 10 by 20 tent. I buy it. I buy the warranty. Actually, I buy 2. And then I put my 2 tops on for the winter. And then I bought some walls off Amazon for like a couple $100, and I put those up. So those plastic tarp walls go around. And I threw up some sheeting over here to kind of block off. I got finished pieces on the other side, and this is the work side. So the other side is probably about 5 feet deep, maybe 6. So I got roughly 15 feet of space this way, 10 feet of space this way, 10 to the peak going up, but really it's more like 8. It's supposed to be 10, but it's more like 8. Ron, how much do I charge? So this little guy right here, he'll end up going for $70 once done. That's what I'll stick on him. It'll be something similar to this, but I'll probably paint it black. I only do a few brown bears. They don't always sell crazy. So, foot tall. I'll end up selling these little guys for about $70. Working on a little bit different head design. If you look at the profiles, playing around with different stuff on the smaller bears. Then you're not, you know, wasting a ton of time trying something new on a big piece and then people hate it. Buy 8-foot beams from the local Amish. Chop them all down 12 inches, 4 by 6 by 12s. That's what I'm working on right here. They dry out nice. They actually cut it right there in front of me, which is cool. 18 years old, running the mill. That's what he does. Real cool kid. We hung out for a while chatting while he was cutting. And I was helping him stack my own pieces. But then I've got a 6 by 6 by about 15.5 over here. Those will end up being some other bears as well. Let's get up here with you guys. You got a Sandaflex arriving Monday. I'm not sure, Ron. You'd have to find my Etsy store in the description. When you go, you'll have to just filter through in the Etsy shop, find it. It'll tell you, like you can put it in the cart and you'll know what shipping is going to be. I don't know offhand. Red shoe. Do I have a custom built fencing with a carved bear smoking a cigar out front? I do not. I don't. Nope. I'm in upstate New York. I'm not in Jersey. Yeah, what's up, Savage Archery? I know, it's toasty out here, right, man? Toasty, toasty, toasty. Hey, you're welcome, Ron. You've been lucky making mushrooms. Yeah, so I've been doing mushrooms and gnomes too. I gotta get through these bears for that stuff that's there, and I've gotta get going on, actually I gotta work in some other pieces. I got a show this Saturday. It's almost like if you guys know what a Comic-Con is. Yeah, it's about 85 MC. It's about 85 degrees here. We got like a Comic-Con that's gonna kind of be in near town. And it's like comic book sort of stuff, right? Everybody that's interested in that. But it'll be like a craft fair sort of thing going on at the same time. So like there's people that wear costumes and all that. I go so I can set up and I sell pieces. But I got to try to... Jeez Louise, I keep losing you guys. For some reason my connection keeps cutting out. Anyway, I'll be at that event, so I got to try to come up with some pieces for that. You know, like, I don't know, superhero stuff or something. I actually had somebody recently ask me if I could do Star Wars themed pieces. I haven't done any, but I'm thinking about maybe trying like Chewbacca and I don't know, some other stuff. I got to look it up. I'm not good with all Vader. You know, it's like Darth Vader, maybe some Mandalorian stuff. We'll see. But that only leaves me, honestly, this evening, a little bit of tomorrow, and Thursday to try and create something fresh, while at the same time I wanted to put a video out walking you guys through carving and bearing a log. So it's all kind of, you know, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna try to squeeze in there. Red shoe, yeah. Superman logo. Absolutely. I wish I had my iPad out here. I'd look it up, because if I try to do it out of my head, something will be backwards or wrong. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea, actually. Thank you, because that's pretty simple. You know, could do it like on a stand, just the Superman logo, like a wooden stand with that on there. I try not to do too much of that stuff. People will laugh, but like there's always copyright stuff, you know, and depending on who owns those rights, some of those companies go after you. Like, there's some that will go after you like crazy for copyright stuff, and there's some that are just like, whatever, we're not worried about it. Disney is one of the worst from what I understand. Doesn't mean you don't try to do things anyway, right? But yeah, different things are time consuming, you know. Sometimes you get it on the first try, and sometimes it takes a couple tries for that new thing, you know, like trying to carve a Darth Vader or something like that. I want to do some Mario stuff. Nintendo will be mad. Margaritaville. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody, too, that is a member. I could have swore I saw somebody say something about battery compared to gas. Must have missed that. Where is it? We got 15 thumbs up, 20 people watching. You guys are hanging out. Hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. Ah, my most recent member as of this live feed. Muta. For what do I use my gas-powered chainsaws? For carving, of course. No, I'll use gas-powered saws on this kind of stuff. I got some smaller saws up there, pretty much set up just like the battery ones. We'll do small carvings and detail work. When I'm here in the tent, though, I'm usually just doing small stuff, refined work, adding detail to larger pieces. So I don't break out the bigger gas saws. I know you're new, right? Just became a member. You just checking out my channel for the first time. When I'm done with the live feed, though, if you check out the playlists, like the ones that are just like chainsaw carving or customer orders, if you check those out, just about all of them I'm running gas saws. And you'll see me work through all different sizes. I don't always name off what saw I'm running and using, but I'll work through all different sizes. There's also the beginner's tutorial playlist right here on YouTube, right? To walk beginners or people that want to try carving right through how to carve your first piece step by step without having a special chainsaw. You can carve your first bear, good sized block of wood. I believe I carved it with like a Poulon. Oh no, I think I did that with that MS-170. Another one I carved with just a Poulon. We're gonna be doing some other videos with that too. Also, well, I got a bunch of you still here. If you guys haven't checked out my other channel, be sure to do that when you're done watching or when the live feed ends here. And the other channel is Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue, all right? Trying to grow that. We're just over 2,000 subscribers on that channel, and I'm like 500 watch hours away from starting to make money on it, which is really cool because sometimes it takes forever for that stuff. But on that channel, we're working on chainsaws, we're working on trimmers and blowers, things like that. And I might even try, not even might, I'm going to do my very best, my first attempt at porting a chainsaw on that channel coming up over the next couple weeks. We're going to try to port it, get a little more power out of an older Poulon Predator chainsaw that I've got kicking around. So something fun, something, a little bit different, but still goes hand in hand kind of, with what we do here. So I just wanted to put that out there. El Rad, thanks for stopping by. It's something biting me on the arm. 21 watching, 16 thumbs up. You guys are doing the work. I appreciate it. We're working on a small bear here for anybody just tuning in. I'm running battery saws this evening. Keep the peace, and that way you don't have to wear earmuffs at home. I still wear earmuffs though. Apparently I can't hear. That's what my wife says, so I don't know. Now we're down to maybe 84 degrees. Hey, listen, we got new people jumping on. I like doing this thing. We did it earlier. Comment where you're from. What's the temperature, right? I'm in upstate New York, foothills of the Adirondacks. It's about 84 degrees or so right here. Where are you from? And what's the temperature? Earlier we had Netherlands, Germany, Alabama, Ohio, a few others in there as well. I am going to put this out there, right? It's a do as I say, not as I do thing. I am running shorts with chaps on. If you're a beginner carver, you don't do this stuff, you're trying it out, don't do that. Just wear pants and chaps. Just saw a carver, beginner carver on one of those beginner pages on Facebook. Doesn't wear chaps. He's out there in his jeans. Right across the leg he did. Boy, if only he had a pair of chaps on. A pair of cut pants. Wouldn't have filleted his thigh. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I usually hear it from guys that have been running saws for years. Oh, I don't wear those. Won't happen to me. And then it's 50-50 though. The guy's been running. Oh, I always put mine on. I never go anywhere with it. I never run a saw without them. Get into chainsaw carving, buying your safety gear is the same investment. You buy that safety gear the same day you buy your chainsaw. If you can't buy both, then you wait and you save more money. Have I ever injured myself? Yeah, I just did today. That DeWalt chainsaw, brand new. Dummy reached in the box, grabbed it near the motor, went to pull it out. The scabbard came off, one of the teeth. Sank that tooth right into my finger, right into the meat. Finger was stuck, had to push it back up off the tooth. Grandpa lost 3 fingers. Yeah, that'll happen. Last year I was using, I'll show you. Oh, I don't use this guy a lot. I was using this little guy, putting my initials in a big carving. Actually, it was a couple years ago now that I think about it. I was on the ground, it's a bigger piece. I was up underneath, putting my initials in, finger on the trigger, zzz, and I went to put my hand on the piece and come out at the same, come out from underneath it at the same time. Chain was still spinning, and somehow clipped my finger. Clip, one tooth. That's all it was, one tooth, right through. Took a piece out. Good times. Good times. Other than that, though, you know, I've been lucky enough thus far to not have anything too crazy. I mean, I've had more injuries, honestly, from tools like this and tools like this, right here, these tools, I've had more injuries with this stuff than I have with chainsaw. As soon as you get lazy, as soon as you get comfortable, as soon as you get relaxed, that's when you get hurt, when you're running a chainsaw. Stay on guard, be safe. You know, you gotta constantly be in your mind that thing's gonna mess you up. And these guys will mess you up too. You know, I mean, look at the teeth on these, right? That one's kind of low key. This guy, this thing is an animal. This will just rip right through you and keep going. There's no break. Once it's on, it's on. I don't have a bunch of paddle switch ones in here, which I probably should, but I don't have them. I've had those run across your fingernail. Take that off. I actually had one run across this nail last week. Most of it's grown out now, but busted that nail right in half, took part of that off. Usually your thumbs, your hands, your fingers are all tore up from those kinds of tools. Angle grinders. They're tough. These cause more injuries than saws in the carving world sometimes because you're not ready for it and this thing will rip right out of your hands. Gone. That's why one of the biggest ones I always say not to use is the carving wheel that's got a chain on it. If you guys ever seen those wheels people put on an angle grinder and then it's got a chainsaw chain and people are carving and shaping, don't use those things. There's no safety. There's no kickback. Everybody says, oh, paddle switch, so when you let go it shuts off. It's still got to wind down, and when it's winding down it's ripping you apart. So chainsaws are safer than that stuff. But let's see if we can get this guy rolling. I mean, heck, like I said before, I should be in pants. I've had, you can for a little bit, buddy. It's getting dark, you know what I mean? Pants. I was carving horses on site for somebody. It's in the video I put up on here, you know, carving some big horses on site, running my big 440, 25-inch bar, 26-inch bar, going to town blocking, and I curved the saw just right, and the whole chain came off, slung right through my chaps, came up around my leg, ripped the back side of my shorts just a little bit. But I was standing just right. Those chaps had me covered just enough. It could have been bad. Could have been bad. Wearing shorts. I mean, shorts or pants, it wouldn't have mattered in that aspect. But if that chain had come a little bit lower, would have caught me in the calf or something like that. Could have been a mess. I do have carbon pants, but boy, they're hot this time of year. They are hot. Those are summer ones too, but that's a regular bar. We're doing a furring and detail work. I don't feel like switching saws. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Jim. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Might as well finish it. $17 thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thumbs up. Give you guys a look at that bear I just did. One second here. Whew. Toasty out here. Just a little bear. Little bear. 4 inches deep, 6 inches across, 12 inches tall. Craft fair, small store kind of items. Grab and go, easy sell. They'll get burnt, painted up. Trying different faces and heads and things like that. So some of them will get priced out a little bit cheaper than others probably. Especially if I don't like the design, I might come down, you know, $5-10 depending on the piece. What, buddy?
The front wheel is kind of bad.
Yeah?
Not much.
No, I saw a little bent on that, huh? Yep. Hey, it's about time to park that here. We got about 5 more minutes. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap up this live feed. If you haven't already, be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. If you guys are interested in some channel merch, you can do so by checking out that shopping bag or the shop tab right here on the live feed or on any of my other videos. We got all kinds of shirts and stuff. In this video, I've actually got tools and things I was using today. This will upload, so if you weren't here for the beginning, you want to see the whole thing, you want to see what we made together and talked about, this video will upload, and you should be able to go back and watch it once I'm done. Big shout out to Mu Ta for becoming a new channel member. Really appreciate it. Signed up as a monthly member, and I appreciate that. I really do. And thank you to any members that start watching later on. Appreciate everybody that was commenting and joining in and all the thumbs up today and all the feedback. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week, and I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, keep gripping and ripping.